Hi everybody, it's been a while since I've been on. That's because it's been about over a month. I think it's been 6 or 7 weeks since my last chemo, so I've just been trying to understand what life means after chemo and after cancer. And it's good, and I have really good highs, and then it can go very low. And I just wanted to chat about life after chemo for me, after a month of experiencing what it's like to be in the real world without being surrounded by nurses or having infections every 5 minutes and stuff. Because it's it's lovely to have that, and it is a massive relief, but at the same time I'm finding it quite hard at the moment. Because what I was saying to my mum is, it's like I kind of have to reprogram everything I learned into my daily life again, which is quite intense, because it's like I feel like a kid again from like, what does my daily routine look like? So like, yeah, it's been 7 weeks since I finished chemo. Learning patience has been a struggle for me at the moment because my hair is growing, as you can see, but not very fast, and I thought it would be. Like 3 weeks after, straight back. My eyebrows are a little bit better now. I'm trying castor oil on them and my eyelashes. Um, but the hardest part for me is just like, what does life look like for me now? And like I was saying to my mum, that I'm finding it hard to understand like remembering what my purpose is in the world. Sorry. Like remembering what getting that fire back that used to be in my stomach is what I need to get back. I used to be this girl who'd like, and I'm still her, like that's not gone. It's just waiting for it to build and build and build this fire to come back. But like before I had cancer, like I used to be this girl who'd like be on like 1,000 miles per hour, like always like doing something every single day and night, just wanting so much for my life, but like dabbing in like different bits and stuff. And I feel like that's miles away from where I am right now, because I'm in this like weird recovery mode. Sorry. it's and I just wanted to give a realistic view of like what life after cancer is for me. So mm, so like what I'm trying to do at the moment is, I wake up and I think, hey, what's my purpose? Like I don't have a routine anymore, because I was saying to someone, when you go through cancer, and I don't know if anyone else can relate, if you can, please let me know so I'm not on my own. But like when you go through the diagnosis of having cancer and you go through chemotherapy, like mine was a short one, mine was 3 months, but in that time you have people telling you what to do. I knew nothing about what my cancer life was going to be, because I never expected to have it and I never knew much about it. So I just surrendered, and I just gave my life to people who could guide me into getting better, basically. And thank God it's gone, which is amazing. But at the same time, you're so supported when you're going through it, because you've got the amazing NHS who are incredible, and you've got nurses constantly like, do you want water, do you want food, are you okay, like constantly doing their amazing job and looking after you. So you don't have to think for yourself, and you can't think about anything external. Like I never thought about work. I had to just leave that part of me behind me. I never thought about like careers and ambition and stuff going through it, because I just had to focus on surviving and getting through each day. So life after cancer is pretty tough, because it's kind of like you go from being a baby where things are done for you, to then going into school where you're taught things from scratch and you learn and people are there for you and that kind of thing. And then you go to college, and then you go to uni, and then you go into work and you learn about what you want to do, and like who you want to be and stuff, and that takes years to build that up. And then when you unlearn that, to push it back to the back of your mind to just survive and get through cancer and push through it and stuff, as soon as you've kind of like not unlearned it but forgotten it about it, it's quite tricky to then retrain yourself into understanding like what your previous role was in work. And What did your routine look like before you had cancer is what I asked myself. And it's different to this because I can't do half of it because I just don't physically have the physical ability or like the energy for it. I'm constantly, my only side effects I'm quite lucky about because I just have hot flushes and lack of energy, and my spine is aching like mad sometimes, like most of the day. I went for a massage and acupuncture today, so it's helped a bit, but like things like that are just like the most important thing of just like getting through the day. Do you know what I mean? And then after I've sorted out, okay, how does my body feel, then I go on to actually thinking, okay, well, what am I able to do with my body feeling sore today? What am I able to do when I feel good? So my routine's been like this. Like, I don't have a routine, and for me as a person, I need a routine. So I sat down today with my mum and we just went through like, what does Lauren's routine look like now? So my routine will just consist of, we broke it down from like waking up at what time do I wake up every day now. Let's just start from there because my body clock would literally just be like 11 a.m. and it's just not realistic, and I need to just kind of integrate myself back into normality. So it'd be like, what does it look like from the time you wake up to what you're eating for breakfast to what do you do between breakfast and lunch, etc., etc., and what does your evening look like every day? And I just broke down because I felt so stupid being like 25 and having to like reprogram myself and what I've learned because I forgot. And you just feel really dumb. Like, I felt very dumb. But at the same time, it was a massive relief to actually understand like why I was feeling that way, because you do feel lost after it and you do feel like you're just trying to remember stuff, and having a routine written on paper has actually been like one step in the right direction. And I also think that I'm trying to, every time I feel a bit stupid about this kind of thing, about like trying to do a routine, I just try and like remind myself that it's baby steps. It's only been a month since I've had the most intense chemo, hardest time of my life, that touch wood, I'll only have to go through that time. And it's a chance for me to basically really break down to basics, like who I want to become and what I want to learn now that I've got the time. And it's a chance for me to kind of just like build myself up from the start, and it's like a fresh start. So that to me is quite a relief, and it's quite a nice reassuring feeling whenever I feel down. Like, I feel silly for like writing out a routine at 25, but I think it's a good idea. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it.